This is going to be a general message. Just going to pull a card and see what the message is. This is your message. It's your message. If it ain't, don't make it fit. Just don't make it fit. Okay? Don't make it fit. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my own universe, infinite creator of all, divine masculine, divine feminine. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the galaxies. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my ancestors and spirit guides. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that work through me as me, for the collective to see and to see with one's own mind's eye. This is a moment to see more than what you've been seeing throughout the day. May this be the moment that sparks your imagination. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, y'all. See what the message is. Hello, my love. Tomorrow is the 3rd. We are in a new moon in Pisces. If you haven't already, definitely check out New Moon in Pisces reading from earlier. Gemini may be significant. End of May. Last couple of days of May. A win-win outcome is forecast. What's the message for the collective source? What's the message for the collective? What's the message? What's the message? You know what? We're going to switch decks. That's what we're doing. But we have opportunities are on your side. Preparation that you have done up until this point, there's an opportunity lining up for you based on where you are currently at in terms of your preparation. So it's just for you. Angels and ancestors message for the collective. Personal energy updates are back at the regular 3333. What we'll do is current, the crossing card, the foundation, immediate past, crowning, and immediate future. So you'll get basically 6 cards. Let's see what the message is. 414. 414 has been coming up often. So a foundation solidifies itself based on the way you express it to be piled and solidified. It's based off of you. It feels like everything within is lined up. Now the outside has to follow suit. It's like everything on within is like, okay, ready to go. And now the outside, the practical, the physical just needs to line up with that. unlock the magic within and move in a new direction. What's the message for the collective, Source? Okay, I'm feeling it now. I'm feeling it now. What's the message here, Source? Okay, here we go. Whew. Right. We have take care of your needs and trust your instincts. Do what makes you happy, plain and simple. Wherever you're feeling guided to go or being pulled to go towards, it's taking you to where you may be lacking in certain areas of your life. Even if you don't, let's say if this is like an invitation to go somewhere to an event, even if you don't, like if it's a show, even if you don't stay for the entire show, by you just going and meeting, certain people, networking with certain people was all that was, the reason why you were invited to this in the first place, why the universe even designed it that way. All you must do is accept the invitation when it comes to you. Let me see what the tarot message is. You don't know the full story. This could be about traveling. That's something you want to always make sure you're on your P's and Q's with. What is this about taking care of their needs? When it comes to taking care of your needs here, leaving something to come back, but coming back refreshed. So that sounds like something that you're emotionally connected to when it comes to work, or a new position. It's like creating a new position. So it's like you left to refine it, and now you're coming back with the power. The power to get it done, because now you feel more independent within your own craft. You feel more like a master of what it is that you're doing. Well, overall, it seems like the mastering was all about the love for it, the love to do it, wanting to do it. Because this could be something that you were destined for, but because you don't know the full story, you don't have all of the tools you feel like you need at this current moment. This sounds like an entrepreneur or a creative or an artist who wants to create something but feels like they need this, that. But just with the phone or with whatever utensils or tools you have currently is all that's necessary. Is all that's necessary. The tools that you currently have is all that's necessary. Take care of your needs and just trust when you're being intuitively guided to create something. Inner strength is the first thing that came out. This is Aries energy twice. With the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is basically leaving something and then coming back to it, but from a space of experience now. Or even, let's say this has to do with career. You left a particular position in the past, and now it opens up, but with extra benefits that you're seeking in order for you to, even for some of you, have went from working for someone to doing your own thing to back to working for someone. But when you're going back, because of the experience that you do have, you're not just going to go back to any old thing just because you have to. It's like really knowing your strengths, knowing your purpose, knowing what you have to offer, not limiting yourself here. not limiting yourself. Then we have the Knight of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is not limiting yourself and leaving yourself out the cold with what it is that you're capable of doing and the creative ideas that you do have. You're setting yourself apart from the rest, but from a space of unconditional love where you're expressing yourself, uniquely expressing yourself. So you're creating positions for yourself because only you carry the expression that you are releasing to the collective. So this is why you're here. You know what I mean? So there's that. Let's see what the Psychic Tarot has to say about this. Balance. Balance what exactly? Your mind, your thoughts. Balancing out your thoughts. Hello, darling. Balancing out your thoughts here. Balancing out all that has been recently downloaded onto you. Uploading it. You had it downloaded, now it's time to upload it. So there's a process of where things are just settling out before you can use the power that has been recently invested within you from source. Balancing out whatever may have had you trapped in fear. Something from the past for sure. Could be a soulmate where you may have let yourself go. Your instincts became that which was surrounding you, not of your own. So that's what's balancing out here as well. Deconditioning yourself from even moving towards anything that is not receiving you in a space where you have done the self-care first. So it's even taking it to that level when it comes to partnerships. Being around those who are mindful, not just of themselves, but of others around them as well, which is also a factor when it comes to taking care of yourself. Being able to read the room. Being able to read the room. Crown is at the bottom of the deck, and here we have the trapped in fear card with somebody holding their head. It's like someone going against their own judgment, knowing that where they were headed wasn't a space where they were fully going to be embraced, but that was all part of the lesson as well, to experience that, to know what that feeling is, so that when it does come around again, you know how to respond to it. Victory and success when it comes to the heart chakra. Yeah. So the example that we just finished talking about just now is exactly what this is expressing to. Victory and success when it comes to the heart chakra. Once you balance out whatever has had you trapped in fear. And a lot of this simply comes down to you being able to have certain conversations with people, expressing yourself and what it is that you see as such, not to be understood, but just to express yourself. Because when you just express yourself versus doing it to be understood, you're not asking anyone a question about whether they get what you're saying. You're just going to say what you have to say, and those who vibrationally match to what it is that you're saying, you're going to see a connection. Those who don't, You're going to see a disconnect. This shit ain't complicated. You know, even myself sometimes will say and fancy it up to make it. Nah, that shit is real the fuck simple. You just gotta really know who you are on some real. And anything that makes you feel like you've been left out, definitely show some love. If you resonate with this message so far, go ahead and like the video. Anything that does not align to what it is that you deem to be creative or something that brings you joy, you're walking away from it. You're walking away from it, especially if you've been learning that cycle over and over and over again. You're going to know when to, take a certain route, take care of your needs, and trust your instincts, especially after experiencing this type of energy. It's like you left something to experience it somewhere else, to take what you've learned from where you've taken it from to fully complete the cycle from where the shit started. Like, y'all gonna have to watch that back because I don't even know what that was, but whatever. So look at that, 717, the crown chakra and the star card. Let me get some more messages out here. Cards. Song now is in love with you. 544, 1744. 1707 on the clock. Summer. What we got? Adjustments are required. Let's talk about it. Adjustments are required. Everything that you've been asking for is right at your doorstep. But there's an adjustment required right now. Yeah, I know the handle's here. You know, orthodox around here. So adjustments are required. What's going on? What is going on? Mars and Venus going to Aquarius on the 6th. Adjustments are required. New moon in Pisces starts new connections of love, new romantic connections. It does. Now, adjustments are required when it comes to trust, reevaluating your perception of trust. So that way these connections that come in are balanced. They're not off balance. Like, basically, like, whatever it is that you call in, make sure you call it in a balance, because you'll see. Even saying balance, that just sounds like sometimes you got something you got to pay for. We're in a new moon, and this card is coming up. There's only one phase in between the third quarter and the new moon, which is the one in crescent, which is about healing, soothing, and surrendering. I want to really fill this out for y'all right now. Let's see. Source is saying adjustments are required. Okay. the rhythm at which you're working. What's the rhythm? Find a rhythm. That's what being graceful in movement and action. The grace allows you to still do it regardless of whether you want to. The adjustments that are required right now when it comes to your journey and your dreams, collective, on some real shit, whatever you consider to be your purpose, and whatever you do each day to refine that, is it as essential as a heartbeat? Because with the heartbeat, you know that you're still here in the physical. So when it comes to you adjusting what it is that you do to be on this path, it's time to put things in the toolbox that are just as essential as a heartbeat. Boy, would that refine the toolbox. That refine the toolbox. This is big timer energy right here. Adjustments are required in dream and journey. Luck is on your side, is on this side. Travel. A lot of traveling is involved here. Who you travel with, what you travel with. Something to be mindful of. 222. Believe in the impossible. Then you have communication is key. Okay. I'm going with the flow here. Going with the flow. Continue to speak to the collective. I see where you go, but give me another message here for the collective. Make this clear. We have adjustments are required. Dream and journey. Believe in the impossible. Yeah, one more for adjustments here. One more for adjustments. One more for adjustments. One more for adjustments. Release the old and rest. One more for believing the impossible. One more for believing the impossible. One more for believing the impossible. Stand your ground. Whatever it is that you're releasing is not going to be easy to let go of. You're going to have to do self-care each and every day. Like your affirmations are going to be so important. It's like a vibe where it's so important that you don't knock somebody's head off. That type of important. So it's kind of like in order for you not to go back to who you used to be, you're literally, if where you wanted to go, this is the difference of how close you are. (24) 14 on a timer. 414. Now one more for dream and journey with adjustments are required. Grow within the current situation. Now one more for believing the impossible. You don't even think wherever you're currently at right now, whoever this message is for, you're at rock bottom. You're at rock bottom. In whatever area of your life this message is resonating with you, you're at that point where you're just like, okay, or no. Be graceful, movement, and action. And the protection guardian. Stand your ground, drop your shields, be graceful in movement and action. Stand ground against what exactly? Stand ground against what here? Now we're being nosy. Things from the past may return to test you, to tempt you. But remember this message for all you know. However that fits. What is this? Stand ground. What is this stand ground? I'm feeling the connection to the adjustments required. What is the stand ground? Study. What's the stand ground? A new dawn is coming. Like your higher self in the higher realms is already having this moment of celebration. This is you in the physical, in your thoughts. The fire, the passion, the drive, the strength, and the courage is all in this space of celebration. This feels like that tough, okay. It's like protecting yourself, embracing or surrounding yourself with peace. But using all the ammo you got to do so. Using all that you have to do so. You're using all that you have to do so right now to keep yourself at peace. As rugged as it may seem, and sometimes treacherous and challenging, it's still a beauty to see. From the top of it, you can see a higher point of view. But for a lot of you, this figure that you see here, this is also you. Like that figure is this mountain, I feel like. For those of you that are connecting to this message, your higher self is already in this space of celebration. This is 14. There goes that 414 energy, though. Seven of Swords, not knowing the full story in the physical because it feels like this. It's extremely heavy. It's over, but it still feels heavy. Still feels like you're still in the midst of it. However, what's next? What's next is that source is guiding you through this. It's not easy to move through this type of energy because you're going to want to be one foot in and one foot out of what the universe is guiding you to do, what your ego is guiding you to do. But like it says here, be graceful in movement and action. If you take the route of the ego, you won't be graceful. If you take the ego of the universe, you will be graceful because you're going to look like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. But in reality, you're doing the best case scenario, the win-win outcome for all. Win-win outcome for all. Ace of Cups. Telling you, this is that self-love, protecting yourself, having boundaries. Once you realize what's what, it'll make it easier for you to have these boundaries. And that could also be a tower moment, is realizing where the moment of training came in at when it came to balancing out the mind. So that way you can attract the vibrational match of the other Eight of Cups, because this would be 16 swords, Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords, Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. But this is basically like the divine feminine, divine masculine. It's like the dark and the light, balancing it all out. Ideally enough that this is Six of Swords. Six of Swords is connected to the house of Virgo. So this could have been an energy where you were just over analyzing everything that has transpired so far. But your higher self is already in this mode, like I said before, of celebration. Although you may feel like everything all together, once you really put it all together and you see where you're at currently in the physical, it makes it feel like, you're experiencing like a challenge or a wound, but at the same time, you still feel happiness. But it's because Source is literally guiding you towards where your higher self is right now. Well, something. Source is literally taking you to where your higher self is, which is all about celebration, love, and connection to those that you see as a reflection in your experience. And no confusion, no competition, no battles, no debates about it, none of that bullshit. It's just, we know who we are, we know what we do, and we know what we're here for. Feel me? Let's see. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing and be fearless and stand strong. Let's get some love messages here. Oh, we at 31. Yo, time just been different lately too. The way it's been moving, shit look like it's been pausing. I ain't gonna front. Time look like it's been pausing. New moon in Pisces. Well, it's a little bit over now. It's not exactly in conjunction. Message of love for the collective right now. Message of love for the collective. Reconciliation. And I'm looking at this screen because I can sense an energy around. I can just sense it. Reconciliation. It's safe for you to love is at the bottom of the deck. What's influencing this reconciliation, though? What is influencing this reconciliation for the collective first? What is influencing this reconciliation for the collective? King of Swords. Somebody had a conversation with somebody about someone. In order to this reconciliation is happening because of social influence. This is Aquarius. Okay? It's happening due to social influence. Let me see what else is in here. Wow. What's influencing this? It's a fucking matching pair. It's just supposed to be. It's just supposed to be. That's the 10 of Cups, and this is the 4 of Wands. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. This is a card of soulmates, divine unions, celebration, marriages, reconciliations. But to have these two come out, Aquarius, Libra energy, these are really highly spiritual beings, highly spiritually minded beings when it comes to the way the thought process works, which is one way that this reconciliation happens to begin with. It's through telepathic communication. They're literally from above the clouds. These souls are embodying the energy of above the clouds. Three birds is significant, but two come in at once, which would be the masculine energy, and then the other one is the feminine energy. Also reminds me of the Chariot. Divine feminine is coming in on the Chariot. What the fuck are we doing right now? 36 off 36 on a timer. I guess you are coming on a Chariot. The truth. Indiari. Just now, somebody went to source and is moving because source is making them move. What if this is a person? Let's say if this was, I know we're doing a love message here, but let's say if this was career, this career is being brought to you by source automatically. However, this person in regards to love, reconciliation is being brought. Why are they being brought back to the collective? It's a matching pair. They're divine counterparts. It's for this age of Aquarius. This shit is, whoever this is, what the fuck? This masculine energy has the wisdom of a serpent around his waist. Could be a Virgo. Just felt that strongly. Could be a Virgo. Or this full moon in Virgo coming up on the 16th, is it? The 18th of March? Is it? Let me make sure. 18th, full moon in Virgo, March. You about to reap what you've been sowing. You about to reap what you've been sowing. You know exactly what we're talking about right now, is what this message is saying. Whomever this is that's on your mind that you feel is an ideal match. It's victory and success, though, nonetheless. This is coming in quick. Ten of Cups at the top of the deck, which is emotional fulfillment. Five of Cups. That's the adjustments are required. That's the adjustments that's required. What about this Five of Cups? What's the adjustments on the Five of Cups? Yeah, take your ass from being sorrow, pains, and regrets to happy-go-lucky, because you about to listen. You manifested this. It's here, straight up. That's just what it is.